I'm meteorologist Chris Haddings, National Weather Service Riverton. As a lot of you probably noticed, we've gotten quite a few bad thunderstorms across the area over the past spring, and quite a few tornadoes as well. So I've entitled this presentation Spring of the Tornadoes, kind of a review of the tornadoes across the area during May and the first part of June. A little climatology to start off with. You can see most of the tornadoes that occur in the state actually occur over in Cheyenne and the Rapid Cities area. Laramie County seeing the most tornadoes, after that Campbell and then Goshen counties. We don't get quite as much moisture in this area, so that kind of helps prevent tornadoes from forming in our area. We only average around 3 tornadoes per year in our area. However, over just 5 weeks, running from May 6th through June 10th, we saw 6 tornadoes, actually 7 if you count a multiple event. And Bighorn County, the big winner, with 2 separate events. Take a look at those each individually. First event actually occurred on May 6th. This is in Fremont County, about 20 miles northeast of the office near Shoshone. This picture was actually taken by the husband of one of our forecasters here. Josh Allen took this. And there was actually another touchdown that occurred a couple miles away from this. And this is a classic supercell tornado. You can tell this by looking at some of the radar images. Here's the base reflectivity. You can see what we call a hook echo on here, basically that fissure coming off of the main cell there. Indicates there's some rotation in the atmosphere, but with Doppler radar, what we usually look at that works pretty well is actually what we call storm relative motion, SRM, because we have to have an acronym for everything in the Weather Service, just to confuse people. Just kidding. And you can see in the center of the screen, you can see some very bright reds next to some bright greens. That indicates the winds are going in toward the radar and also away from the radar at pretty rapid motion. That's a pretty good indication we have a spin there. And because it's fairly close to the radar, it looks like it's pretty low to the ground. So it's a pretty good indication that there is a tornado there. And the other big event actually occurred on Casper Mountain on May 23rd. This one was very well photographed. We got a lot of calls. I was working this day. It was chaotic for about an hour. And the best picture of it actually came from Light Life Photography. We thank him for that picture. This one kind of caught us by surprise because this is actually a landspout tornado, not a true supercell tornado. And they're a lot harder to see on radar, along with the fact that Casper's a ways away from our radar. And the lowest volume scan we get is actually 10,000 feet, so it's pretty high up in the atmosphere. If you remember the velocity picture we showed you from the last tornado, look at this one. Now, we can't really see anything from this, and this is why it's very, very important that spotters call us if they see stuff like this, because there are eyes and ears when the radar can't pick things up like this. And the next one occurred the next day. This is in Bighorn County near Cowley. It's on the ground for about 3 minutes. Again, it's a landspout tornado. Mainly stayed over open ground, though, just tearing up a field, picking up some dust, tearing up some sagebrush, but no damage luckily reported with this one. And the next one actually occurred the last day of May. There was a lot of severe weather this day, most of that occurring actually further around Jackson. Also, there was a lot of hail reports around Bighorn County and also over toward Johnson County, especially over into Sheridan County and Campbell County. There's a lot of bad weather there. But this actually occurred in Sublette County, which is not an area known for getting a lot of tornadoes. This touched down over Dollar Lake just briefly, then lifted back up. It was actually certified as the highest recorded waterspout on record. Not the highest waterspout on record. There may have been some that weren't recorded. This was certified by the International Center for Waterspout Research in Canada. The fifth one actually occurred in Hot Springs County near Putney Flats, about 10 miles west of the Hamilton Dome oil fields, if you know where that is. Again, tore up some sagebrush, but very little damage with this one. And the last event actually occurred on the 10th. Quite a few people saw this, but we only got one picture of this. Not far away from Grable. It was on the ground for about 5 minutes. A pretty well developed funnel there. Again, it stayed over BLM land, though. And the theme with most of these tornadoes, because sparsely populated area that we are, they cause very little or no damage. As a matter of fact, the only damage we heard of was a few trees torn off in Casper Mountain and also a few telephone poles knocked out in Fremont County near Boysen Reservoir. Again, if you have any questions, be sure to contact us here at the National Weather Service. You can contact us by phone, email, or on our Facebook or Twitter pages.